All right, let's take a look at number 5. It says ratio. What are you talking about when you're talking about ratios? We're doing number 5. I guess I should have put. Right, it's a comparison. It's a fraction, isn't it? When you talk ratios, you talk fractions. Now look, again, they put some crazy words. And I've read some writing that this guy has done about why he does word problems the way they do. Sometimes they put some crazy words, you have no idea what it means. But remember what I said before with the chemistry? I didn't have to know any chemistry, did I, to be able to solve that last problem. I didn't have to know what molybdenum fusing was. I still don't know what it is, okay? Same thing with this. Look at this word. The ratio of what? I have no idea what that word means. Pusillanimous. Is that how you say that? I don't know. I have no idea what that means. Okay, I could look it up, and I've done that before. Okay, I see words in there, I don't know what it is, I look them up. I'm not going to today. But anyway, it says the ratio of whatever that means, brave men, to oxymorons. What in the world? I have no clue what that means. So let's just use some letters. Let's go P and O. Is that all right? And let's go M for morons. I like that. I don't think they're talking about, like, dumb people. But we'll just go with that. We'll go P and M. So the ratio of P to M. Is that all right? Pusillanimous. Or we could use B for brave. I don't know. Whatever that word means. Brave to... We'll go P to M. It doesn't make any difference. So what is the ratio? It's 17 to 2. Good. It's 17 to 2. So we've got that part. That's easy. Now look what it says. It says if the total of both on the battlefield is 342. Now does that mean there's only 17 of these type of people on the battlefield and only 2 of these type of people? No. That's the ratio. That's the breakdown, right? The percentage, basically, of the people. So what is the total number of people on the battlefield? 342. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set up, we're kind of going to do what we did on the last problem with that 80 and 20% thing. What I need a ratio in here that has a total in it. This doesn't have total, right? This has the P people and this has the M people, whatever that means. All right. What's that? What's it supposed to be? 342. A little dyslexic. That's all right. 342. There we go. Thank you. All right. And then what's the question say? The question says how many are oxymorons or how many are M? That's what we're looking for. So what I want to do is I want to take this and set up a new ratio. What do I want in my ratio? Well, I want the M in the ratio because I got to solve for that, right? And what else do I want in my ratio? Well, not quite, but I want a total in my ratio, don't I? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new ratio. I need total in it, all right? And I know the total, don't I? I tell you what, let's do what we're solving for. We're solving for M, so I need M in my ratio, and I need a total. Do I know my total? Yeah, absolutely. It's 342. So this represents exactly how many of those type of people are on the battlefield. This tells me everybody that's on the battlefield. You with me? Now I got to figure out what my ratio is going to be. What's the ratio part of the M over here? What ratio part corresponds to the M? The 2. Anybody with me? Looking up here. Everybody looking up here? Okay. What ratio part corresponds with this M? The 2 does. What corresponds with the P? The 17. That means for every 17 of these people, there's only 2 of these guys. You with me? All right. So what are we going to put over here with this ratio part? What are we going to put across from the M here?
2 over 17.
2. Is it over 17 though? Because the 17 represents just these people. What do you think represents the total? This is the tricky part of this.
M.
We've already got the M over here. What do you think? You could think of it this. You got 342 people altogether. You could break them up into little tiny groups, right? You could say, okay, 17 of you P guys here and 2 of you M guys, you're going to be one group. Then we've got another, let's get 17 more of you here and 2 more of you guys right here. You with me? So you're going to have all these little groups of 17 and 2. How many are in each of those little tiny groups? 19, right? That's the total of that little group. Would you agree? All right, so that's the ratio part of the total. So I took 17 and 2 and added them together, and I get 19, and I put that right there. So what I'm doing is I'm comparing the M people, the morons, all right, to the total. That's the actual number of people actually on the battlefield. Got it? This is the ratio part. Think of it as grouping them up into those little tiny groups. Okay, in that little tiny group, 17 of them are those P people, whatever they are, and then 2 of them are those M people, whatever they are. Right? All together in that little tiny group is how much? 19. So that's why the ratio part right here is 19. That make any sense at all? Write it down, okay? That's how we set this thing up. And now we can solve for M very easily. Now we can do the math. So we do the math. What do? You want an M by itself, don't you? How do you get rid of that 342? Multiply it by 342. Now people say cross multiply. Yeah, sure, you could cross multiply, but I think it's easier in one step. Just go ahead and multiply by 342, don't you? Okay, do that for me, DJ.
680.
684? Okay. All right, and there you go. That's how many, what? That's how many of these guys. You sure it's that? Did you divide by 19? You didn't divide by 19. Okay. Yeah, because that's bigger than what we started. That's bigger than the total. 30, how much? 36? Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, because that's a small number compared to 342, isn't it? And look at the ratio. That's the ratio of the M people. There's a lot less of those guys than there are the P people. All right? That's a little weird. You might want to go back on it and check it out before you do other problems that look like that. Okay? Of course, on this lesson, I'm doing them for you right now, aren't I? but you will see these problems again, though. All right? So that's the thing. All right, what else do you want to do? That's all the word problems. Let's do like a regular, we're running out of time, aren't we? We'll take one more day. We'll take Monday, and that'll be it. Okay, so now you should be able to do almost all of these problems, unless you see something on there that you just can't do. You should have everything done by Monday, pretty much. There might be a scattering of things you can't do on Monday, and I'll collect it on Monday. All right, everybody good? All right, so what are we doing? We're doing problem set number 1 for Monday.